At long last, we stand at the threshold of destiny. For today, we will restore the glory of our legacy. Today, we will retake what we have lost and reclaim our homeworld. And may the Kala's light guide us.
The invasion fleet stands ready. We await only your command, Hierarch.
You must halt this invasion at once.
Zeratul?
Templar! Arrest this traitor!
No! We will hear him out.
The end war has come. Amon, the Dark One, has returned.
This heretic cannot be trusted.
This invasion is a distraction from the true battle ahead. Amon's fury will engulf the entire galaxy.
Do not forget that it was his interference that brought ruin to Aiur.
And that burden weighs heavily upon me. Artanis, I have found a way to stand against the coming darkness. You must believe me.
We have been through much together, Zeratul. But far too many have sacrificed, in the hopes that this moment would come to pass. Executor, commence the invasion!
The reclamation of Aiur is underway. We are preparing to siege the warp network at Coruscant now.
Well done, Selendis. Once the warp conduits are free of infestation, our forces will strike as one across the surface of Aiur.
The Templar await your command, Hierarch.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Here we are in the main campaign, and it actually has to...
Warriors, Aiur awaits you. March forth and take it!
You say.
I'd like to bring up a little something here since it's not actually appearing on hard. The fact of the matter is, if you're playing this on any lower difficulty, the game would treat you like it was your first time playing, saying you press this button to select your army, and you do this, and hey, Colossi. Always nice to see.
I have diverted some Colossi to join your forces. Use them well, Artanis.
Now, this first mission is not difficult at all. It is purely intended to be like a hype mission, where we're gonna win. We don't require much to win. We just gotta keep pushing, keep moving, keep attacking, and just don't get screwed. We have plenty of units. We have a lot of Stalkers, we have a lot of Zealots, we have a fair few Mortals, and the Colossi we were given do help as well. And it's literally a attack move mission.
There is a Zerg hive cluster near your warriors. If possible, we should destroy it.
Oh, it's a bonus objective. Don't mind me, I'll go grab this. Now, since we don't have much to worry about, I mean, these Hydralisks can be a threat, but in all honesty, the difficulty doesn't exist yet. We're still waiting for that difficulty to come around. It was somewhat there in the prologue, but that was because they had some limitations around these drones.
Well fought, my warriors. Let us return our focus to reclaiming the warp conduit.
Now, this bonus objective is mostly for getting reinforcements. You see here we got some Zealots out of that, so we have a couple extra frontline units. which is all well and good. I'm pretty sure that's entirely intended for you to get some extra zealots, because if you're A moving in, the zealots are going to go first, and that's going to kill them. So I guess, since we're mostly just A moving here, I guess I could take the chance to kind of explain a little bit about the Protoss. Since every race kind of has its own unique gimmick attached to it, the Protoss have shields, which is a secondary health bar. It regenerates out of combat, and can be used as a way to sort of hit and run, because you can attack, wait till your shields get low, and then that's when you back off. Another thing about the Protoss is that units are generally a little bit... oh, hello, membership. Their units are generally more expensive because of this, but for some of them, they aren't that expensive. I mean, we're out of zealots, at least.
Selendis, the conduit is ours. Warp down reinforcements.
As you command.
2 warp conduits remain in the grip of the Zerg. Ready yourselves, brethren. We move for victory.
We do, Artanis. Now, I guess I can take this moment to kind of quickly explain some of the units while we move on up. Let's start with the Zealot, since he is the first unit. He is the Protoss' bread and butter. He is a melee unit that attacks twice, and he has a decent shield and a decent health pool to start with. He's useful in all points of the game.
Artanis, there are more hives in the surrounding area. Destroying them would deal the Zerg a crippling blow.
And one thing about Zealots is they can learn a charge ability, which takes one of their weaknesses, which is, you know, being melee, and gives them a way around that. The second unit we kind of want to go into is the Stalker. Stalkers, as you know, they can blink. They're Protoss' ranged unit.
Warriors, annihilate it.
And then
We strike as one!
God damn it, Zealots. And the nice thing about Stalkers is they actually pump out a fair amount of damage compared to other ranged units early on. And with their blink, they are really good micros.
This hive cluster has fallen. Continue on, brothers.
I guess next up in our little arsenal that we have available to us, the Immortal.
I heed the
Immortals are a little bit different this time around, as in earlier iterations they had a different shield mechanic where any damage over 10 would be reduced to 10. But in this time they have an active shield, they can active ability for shielding. Immortals are kind of made to be the versus armor solution.
Hierarch, we thank you for your aid. Allow us to join you in battle.
I would say it again. Immortals are kind of there to be the ones that you take in if you're coming against someone with a lot of armor. Let's say, you know, Terrans with hordes, stuff like that. They're useful. They can be a good frontliner because of their barrier ability and all that. But that's kind of where their usefulness dies, because they can't attack air. And then last on our list is honestly going to be the Colossi. This is like the big daddy unit. It's like one of the last units you can usually get on the tech tree. It's long range, AoE spewing mass. These things hurt. They do lots of damage, and they're especially good against units that are low health, because their attacks hit twice, and it's fusing a line, so say like I was going against Colossi with my units like this, it would be in a bad situation.
The second warp conduit is activating now.
Psi Matrix signal confirmed. Reinforcements warping in at your location.
Giving me anything new, Selendis? No? That's unfortunate. I would talk about the other units, but seeing as we don't have them right now, I'm gonna save it for later. There are units we already talked about. I can go over it again later anyway, because this sort of thing that's been common in most campaigns is editing the units as you go on, and it is something that is actually a very big mechanic here in the Legacy of the Void later on.
May the Kala guide our blade!
Anyway, let's get rid of this little hive over here to get some extra reinforcements.
Another hive lies in ruins. Only one remains, my warriors.
Alright, let's just back up. Anything new? Nope, literally it's just reinforcing the Zealots and the Stalkers. Which I don't mind, because, you know, they're the front lines, they're the ones that will probably die first. Oh dear, that's the way to go.
For now.
But at the same time, I'm always thinking we could have like a High Templar or a Dark Templar. Actually, no. Actually, Dark Templars wouldn't be in this kind of mission, because the way Slenders was acting is like Dark Templar are still the traitors. So I guess, yeah, Dark Templar wouldn't be here. Oh, God.
Artanis, this brood is coordinated. Their actions are intelligent, beyond Feral Zerg.
You speak truly, Zeratul. An unseen hand moves them. We must be on guard.
We're gonna go get the last hive before we move on to the end of the objective. I mean, this last hive has some more defenses. It's got some air, which is the Colossi's weakness. But with the amount of stalkers we have, I don't think air is our worry. And heck, these buildings here with all these immortals.
The final hive has fallen. Let this be the first victory of many. Aiur will be restored.
Anything new? No. Darn it, I was really hoping for High Templar. Just so I could talk about it.
Very well.
I think the army we have is a little bit too big. Just seeing the Immortals and the Stalkers reaching out with each other.
The final conduit lies before us. Show the Zerg no mercy.
Just gonna fleet the Stalkers around so we can open up areas that the Zealots are having trouble getting into, because unit pathing and hit collision. Hello. Oh boy, hybrid.
Firstborn, your fate is sealed. Impossible. Hybrid on Aiur. It is they who have been leading the Zerg.
Zeratul, didn't you say something about us not coming here because you knew something? So wouldn't that mean possibly knew about the hybrid already? Uh-oh, more hybrid.
This is the end.
Sorry, hybrid, I can't let you finish. I'm busy killing you. Right, let's get that conduit. Oh, this one's actually kind of fine.
The warp conduits have been secured. Our starfighters are moving to take this fight across the surface.
Take command of the invasion, Executor. Zeratul, you and I must discuss this most recent turn of events further.
And with that, the first mission is done. It is way too easy. You could do this on any difficulty and you would be done quickly. And the achievements are just simple. Like, kill this many with Colossi. Lose less than this amount. And these are all on the normal or above. Like, I preferred it in Wings of Liberty where you had complete the mission, do something specific, and then do this on harder above. I liked it that way. How many units did we... We lost more units than the requirement anyway. I already had these achievements.